Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to the 20th of June. Man, oh man, you know you're in trouble when you come out first thing in the morning at 72 degrees. She's gonna be one heck of a cooker today, I'm afraid. Make sure everybody and everything's got plenty of water and shade to escape. I think it's gonna be well in the 90s today. I think today's supposed to be the hot day. Miso. Alright, you guys stay cool today. You got a nice cool barn to go into if it gets too crazy. Water buckets everywhere for everybody. It's gonna be a hot one today, mama. Well, little woman, start of a new day. It's hump day.
Yeah.
Showing at 77 here in Venchulo.
It's gonna be warm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run on down to the dungeon. I'll see you as the day goes on. It's going to be a beautiful one.
It is.
There's Matt taking off to deliver something.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you.
Love you.
See you, bye. All righty. This is that 07 R1200RT from yesterday. And I see God dang it. I must have something plugged in incorrectly, or I didn't get it clicked down. God knows. The thing's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel in it, and I've got a low fuel warning light on. And I was doing a deal with the I love the Harley turn signals, but it surprises me when they're on something other than a Harley. I hit the cancel button instead of hitting the turn signal button. The turn signal cancel. But, oh, there it goes. It just didn't see it yet. I'm like, man, I was so careful with that. Yeah, it's hooked up. It just took it a second to realize that it's there. I did have the key on without the tank, so it did throw a low fuel or a faulty fuel gauge sensor and fuel pump and everything else, because I was working with the brakes, and I like doing that if at all possible with no body work on it. Less risk of any spills hitting body work, you know. These old gals are so pleasant. It's kind of like the older GSA I was riding, or was that a GS? I think it was a GSA, yeah, because it was super tall. Something about the classics, man. It's just hard to imagine we're calling a 2007 a classic. But in the grand scheme of things, the way motorcycles update like computers nowadays, this is kind of like a classic. Well, this bike didn't change that much for years. I mean, they converted it over to that HP2 style K2X motor. This has become kind of because this road is so rough here, I like the fact that it's rougher than normal. So any weird looseness, rattles, suspension creaking, those weird things, this will pull it up. Or in the case of that GSA yesterday, that short suspension with it set on hard and luggage. Whew. That's a back jar. That thing was stiffer than my Iron 883, and I got that thing set up stiff. Oh, look, the kids have their little course going out here. I'm sure it's more the parents, like warning people the kids are at play, than a course, but I like to think of it as a course, so I'm gonna go with that, because I keep seeing the kids looping around it like, woo, we got a racetrack. Man, is it awesome. Look at this, 81 degrees out here already. I love BMWs and their temperature gauges. I love having that kind of info, you know. I mean, granted, the GSA with the TFT and everything is almost information overload. In fact, I get a few comments from you guys going, all you need is a Speedo. Yeah, some take it a little too far, but it's really cool to have it though. The two things I like, time and temperature. As long as I got both of those, I'm good. That's why you even notice on my iron, I leave the gauge on the time, and I have my little motorcycle temperature gauge thing sitting up there. I like to know when I'm about to cook, and I like to know when I need to start watching for ice. You know, I usually kind of, when it gets, you know, down the mid 30s, starts creeping below that. But BMW, once it hits 37, if you look it up, technically you can have black ice. I've hit black ice at 42 degrees before. I mean, full on ice. So, you know, the shaded areas, really, if you're riding like in the backcountry roads with a lot of shades, man, when it gets down to 40 and there's any moisture around, do be careful. This thing runs, well, it ought to run like a top. It's got, oh, I switched out. I think it's 70. I'm not going to switch through his gauges. So, I know you can't see this, but there's a piece of black tape that's hiding. On the older ones, you know, there's a universal ABS light that flashes. Well, that's testing your brakes, ABS, all that stuff. As soon as you get moving, it does a self-test and it goes out. Unless it's a Honda, because, oh, I guess the Hondas do it too. I'm thinking of tire pressure. But, anyway, I didn't notice that tape until I had it on. I was about to flush the pump, and I go, what's the red light underneath? I go, oh, but the older ones say brake failure. Freaks people out. Doesn't mean there's a brake failure. It's just using the same light, and it flashes until it does a test. Once you get moving, it goes out. Well, the reason that black tape is there is because it doesn't go out. Well, kind of my own fault. I should have been suspicious. Well, it was too late at that point anyway. I didn't see the tape, or the fact that the light was never going out, or nothing. So I kind of a rule with Spyders and BMWs is just hook them up to diagnostic before you do anything. So I didn't follow my own rule. And then when I was hooking up to diagnostic, it was after I had replaced the ABS modulator, or a VCM as most of us know them as, vehicle control module, but BMW calls it ABS modulator pump, or whatever the heck their technical term is for it. Anyway, in replacing those lines, you have to evacuate the entire front brake system of all brake fluid, and that includes evacuating the brake fluid from the ABS pump. Well, when you do that, you need to cycle the pump when you're bleeding it. That's when I discovered why the tape is over that. His pump has failed. So let me tell you what a trick it was to bleed the brakes on this thing without cycling that pump. Oddly enough, I got them. I would say they're 95%. There's no way to get it 100% without cycling that pump. Man, 81 degrees feels way, way hotter than it should be. It is so unusual for the Northwest to be so humid. It is thick as thieves out here. I was joking about Texas and stuff in the goodbye yesterday. It's not that kind of humidity, but it's unusually humid for here. It's just that sticky hot. And the people here are going, oh, it's so humid, I can't breathe. I said, come on down to the south. I'll show you humid heat. I grew up in this stuff. It's weird, I've been away from there so long that now I'm one of these northerners that whine about humid heat. When you live in, you know, the Carolinas and along the Gulf Coast and Texas, that's just the way it is. You don't know to complain, because that's just the way it is. Oh, there, old lady. No, don't scare me like that. Oh, we got a delivery. Anyway, thanks for coming along for wonderful, and I do mean wonderful ride on a 07 R1200RT, the old K2X model. Alright, that was fun. I just wish I didn't have to stop. I would just keep riding, sir. Alright, I'm gonna bounce out. Yeah, buddy, 88 degrees. That's feeling pretty hot in this humidity. Beautiful K1600GT. Heck yeah. Poor old Kurt. This was actually my job that got pushed over to him. It's a ignition coil replacement. Number 5 coil failed. Oh my lord. What you gotta go through to replace that coil. Holy moly. And this guy, I don't know how he came up with this, but he thinks he might have a coil problem. I know everything was fine. There was no engine light. I got off the bike to clean something off my bench, and I heard a stumble. I go, now I got that little baby. But we're about to hook her up to diagnostic and see what the wizards at BMW say it is. Beautiful bike though. I like his trunk on here, man. That thing's serious. I know who this guy is. I think I did a service on it. I don't remember if it was the first one. Super cool guy. Alright. Took this Harley in trade. I think it, by the looks of it, I think it may have started life as a police bike, but I have no way of knowing. It's an 09. I have to do a VIN search and see what it started life as. I do not like them side covers at all. It's got police bags on it. So maybe a police bike convert, but it looks like Road King front end. I don't know. Well, little woman, it's the end of the day. Showing 87. It's way cooler than what it was earlier. I think the humidity dropped all of a sudden. Or maybe I'm standing in a shade. You're saying 91?
Yeah.
That's what it was earlier. Maybe my phone hasn't caught up. But anyway, let's head to the Northland.
Yep.
Look at that. I don't know if it even focused on that. But it's windy and 83 degrees here in Toledo. And that truck stop is like almost a capacity out there. And Kelly said she's seen something about a thunderstorm, but she thinks it might have been in Vancouver, not up here. Man, it'd be a good thunderclapper in all this heat. Well, hello there, YouTube. How the heck's everybody doing this fine evening, or whatever time of day it is you're watching this? Man, off in the distance back there, I don't know if you guys can make out, or if I can make it show up. There is some crazy storms southeast of here. I mean, lightning and hail, dime-sized hail falling, just going. The world is going crazy down there towards Vancouver, and a little farther east though. But yeah, one of the weather things says we should be in a thunder and lightning thing now until. Wow, look at all them swallows up there.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
They're up there catching themselves some bugs for their little chitlins.
Yep.
Love them little swallows. They're so cute.
I know it.
They'll freak you out when they just like dive bomb you. Go right past you. It's like, dang, that was close.
I know it.
I could smell the colors of your feathers, you know. But anyway, so it's cooled off quite a bit. I think it's got to be in the mid 70s, maybe below that.
Out here.
Yeah, in the house, I think it's still about 85.
90.
Yeah, it is warm in there.
It's hot.
And I got my little setup for fans that usually cools us off, but it got hot today. I don't know what the temperature got to here in Toledo, but it was 91 in Vancouver. The worst thing was it had, I think they were saying something like 69% humidity. That may not sound like a lot, but when it's 91 degrees, the heat index feels like about 100.
Yeah.
You can look that thing up. There's heat index things, but I think it said 69% humidity. I'm like, that is thick. That's like
you're just
deep
soaking wet
south
all day.
Gulf's thick, you know. But anyway, but we did fine. Like, we kept the doors shut downstairs and kind of pulled some of that .com air conditioner in with some fans because we still don't have our heater or air conditioning working over there. But you know, as long as you keep the doors shut, you know, it's better. It's a lot better than outside. You give it that. But in the winter, it doesn't. It's just flat gold. You can do the same thing in the winter, and it's better than outside, but not by a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had a fun ride on that 2007 R1200RT, the old classic.
Very cool.
But as we found out, they were still making the K2Xs in 13 and maybe even 14.
Yeah,
we had an issue where we sold a K2X owner for a 2013 RT oil and filter for a water boxer. So he goes, the washer's wrong in the filter. Technically, that filter that works on the K2X will work on one of those. Yeah. It's what they come with. They come with the same filter, but anyway, we figured it out and we're going, wait a minute. I thought 13 everything went water boxers. So I actually learned something today. Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway. So anyway, I think we're going to get in there, go sweating again in the house and try to get this video and stuff done. I'm surprised this is even coming out. I'm standing next to a very big dark tree. We were thinking something else, but it just wasn't coming out right. So
yeah. The Japanese maple's pretty. It's red and green, but it just showed us.
Yeah, it just looked,
it was too dark.
Looked like a big blob behind us. You probably wouldn't.
It is a very pretty dark red. It's really, really pretty. I like it.
That thing's very beautiful in the spring or fall.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of spring and fall, tomorrow. Oh no. Tomorrow's summer solstice.
Yeah.
From here on out, we're rolling back towards winter. It's just this downhill slide.
But as I learned from Paul, that Australia today is their shortest day, so now they're gonna go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're in their winter solstice, and we're gonna be in our summer solstice.
Yep.
I think it's tomorrow.
No, we're just all going.
Oh yeah, we're just flip side of the world.
Yep.
Anyway, we're gonna roll out on you guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the little piddling around today. Been so busy at work, it's hard to get in the vlogs here.
Yeah, it's been crazy busy. It is summer craziness.
Oh yeah, it's that peak of like psychotic. But anyway.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up, and I hope your Thursday or Friday are awesome.
Heck yeah. All right.
Talk to
you guys tomorrow.
You guys take care.
Thanks now. Bye-bye.